I want to say goodbye to her. After how many dates I can ask her to stop seeing? How about you guys? She says she's still free to do what she wants because we are just starting to date. Somewhere I agree, but it doesn't feel right for me. What's an reasonable amount of dates to say okay enough? Choose me or stay single. To be honest, with any guy I've ever liked, I've wanted to be exclusive pretty early on. I think if you guys have hung out multiple times and she explicitly told you she wants to still see other people, she's probably just not that into you, unfortunately. Seems like she's looking for someone better to come along, but probably likes you enough to still want to hang out when she doesn't have other plans. I know that's a bit harsh and doesn't feel nice to be on the receiving end of, but it happens to everyone sometimes. If you are wanting to be exclusive, and she's not on the same page, you should break IR of. You should both be happy and on the same page in order for something to work out and be good for both parties. If that's not the case, it'll just make you miserable and you don't deserve that. If you had several dates already and she is dating other people, my mate, I suggest you to move on and date other girls. Exclusivity develops in the very early stages of the dating cycle. If the girl you are dating hasn't bring that topic out, is more likely that she is not able or looking for a commitment at this moment. If you don't want to get hurt, best way to go is to move on. Thank you. This is probably the best advice yet. Just needed to hear it from someone else. I am confused. Have you asked her to be exclusive? Or did she just tell you she is continuing to date because you have just started dating? We talked about it after the last date and she said she couldn't give me an answer right away. Had to think about it. Then I found out she has been seeing other people. So I feel a bit bad about that. That might be my answer. Maybe I should just end it. I don't know. Sounds like you and this chick aren't compatible. You really don't have a say in who she sees outside of you until you're in a relationship. Now some people will offer to be exclusive, but this woman isn't. And if you think a few dates and giving her an ultimatum is gonna get her to stop, y'all pro shouldn't be dating. I agree that it's her choice and I have nothing to do with it. But I want something more exclusive. I guess you're right that we are not compatible. Plenty of fish in the sea. I disagree with the original comment in this thread. While it's true that you don't have a say in what she does, you do have a say in what your partner does. Because you choose who your partner is. If she isn't willing to stop giving other men her attention when you're ready to be exclusive, she loses the opportunity to be your person and you move on. Plain and simple. It's not about controlling someone else. That's the red herring argument women make to distract from the actual point. It's about setting and sticking to boundaries. If the person you're investing in isn't willing to adjust to the major needs you set out, they're absolutely free to continue their lifestyle as they wish, but not as your partner. I don't see a difference between what you are saying and what the original commenter said. She's free to do what she wants since you're not in a relationship. No one has the right to try and control what she does. Having said that, that's the original post's choice then. To either stay and tolerate or leave because his boundaries are just as important. Original post: you cannot control another person's actions, only your own. If she's crossing a line, don't wait for a certain amount of dates to ask her nicely to get back over the line. You need to have your own boundaries and enough self-respect to cut someone off who doesn't respect those boundaries. Personally, if I like someone and we are casually dating. I'm not seeing anyone else, but that's more because I'm lazy than anything else. LOL. If this is not her opinion, you don't really have a right to tell her otherwise. You do have a right to not continue seeing her, because those are your boundaries. If she really is interested, she'll respect your wishes and continue dating. If not, oh well, you're better off finding someone who is more like-minded. Again, why does your comment include anything about controlling her? I am so tired of hearing women try to shift the perspective of situations through claiming victimization. It's nothing more than cheap manipulation. This guy mentions having a problem with the girl he's interested in possibly being intimate with other men while he's investing time and emotion in her. And the conversation becomes about not controlling women. Not a single thing he said suggests that's a problem in this situation. Men need to quit accepting this line of garbage, and women need to be transparent about wanting their promiscuity to be accepted rather than trying to paint it as strength and independence. Thank you. The way you explained this, it just makes sense. Gonna use this as an argument if she will bring this up. I don't get this. I'm a date one person at a time girl. Committing to be exclusive or putting labels on things doesn't mean you have to get married. It's setting a framework for which each person can feel safe to let their true self show, and fosters an environment where you can explore your compatibility from a hopefully honest place. Anything less than that is garbage to me, because it makes you overly guarded. So unnecessary. This message cheered me up. Thank you. How about some communication? You can't demand she stop seeing others, but y'all can decide together. Ask her straight up. What are we? I'd like to be exclusive with you and you with me. Can we do that? Based on her answer, go from there. MR cut off or talk about this time frame is around 2 months. Until then, I as well try and date others, not only to verify that Mr. Perfect is indeed the right one, but also to keep my mind off the fact that he is doing it too. And, yay, never know. Mr. Perfect could be the other guy. When you both agree to become exclusive, it's the same question you'd ask yourself. When is it the right time to ask the girl to be my girlfriend? If you like her enough to be able to do that, it's probably time to talk about exclusivity. I would say that if you haven't asked her to be your girlfriend yet, then she's still able to date. If you two aren't exclusive, then both sides should still be able to see other people, especially if you've only been on a few dates. You can't demand that she stops, but you can say that you're not dating her if she sees other guys. Depending on the connection, I would say after the 3rd date, or if you have been talking for 2-3 months. If she still wants other guys, she's just not that into you. You're so wrong, it's not even funny. Yes, you can make that demand. You are not gonna be other people if we're dating. Dating, talking for several months, and she's other people? Hell, let's not even be gender specific. You're other people while dating. That's a piece of thing to do. Yes, and he can choose not to date her if she isn't willing to be monogamous. That's very true. Sorry for my strong and aggressive response. Yeah, I've had this used against me before. And on more than one occasion even. We technically weren't even together when that happened. As if that makes it hurt any less. Instead of making demands, he should walk away from a situation that isn't work for him. Boundaries are not demanding that someone doesn't do what you don't want them to. You have no control over anyone else but yourself. If he has a boundary of her not dating other dudes at the point they are in, he has free will to walk away. He can't demand her to do something she doesn't want to do. You're right, if she's sleeping around she shouldn't date, period. He should find someone else. She can do what she wants until they are exclusive. And yes, people date multiple people and get to know them. Original post: does she say she's dating? Does she say she's other dudes, or is that your assumption? This is a really insecure and controlling perspective. There are many different successful relationship styles out there. And finding someone who matches your personal ethics is your responsibility. Trying to make someone else change their core ethics system to protect your feelings is brutally self-serving and ignorant. Swinging, open, polyamorous, etc. are all perfectly valid relationship styles. For those who live them, find someone compatible. Don't ask people to change who they are because you can't change who you are. Thanks for watching my video. See you again.